All right, you guys, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. This presentation is on utilizing libraries to build civic infrastructure through cultural exchange. I'm really excited to be here. I haven't been in a room presenting to people in years, so it's super exciting. I did get to pick out shoes, and that was fun. But it's really nice to see you. It's nice to stand up. It's nice to not have my dog come in the room. So thank you for being here today. My name is Amelia Martins. I use she, her pronouns, and I work as the program manager for the Kentucky Rural Urban Exchange, a statewide creative leadership program that was founded in 2014 by folks from Art of the Rural and Apple Shop. We're excited to be part of today's program and grateful to connect all of you to our work. Thanks to the Kentucky Public Library Association for the invitation to be here with you today. I'd like to begin our time together by acknowledging that wherever we are, we stand on native land. For those of us in Bowling Green, we stand on the land of the Cherokee East, the Shawanokie, Shawnee, and the Yuchi people. We also acknowledge that present-day Kentuckians represent nearly 200 tribes with origins across the United States, and that our communities include diverse Native American experiences. We know that words gain power through action. So while this acknowledgement is something, we need to do more. One action step that we are taking at the Rural Urban Exchange to encourage greater participation in RUCs by Indigenous and Native people is to include these people as priority constituents in our application review. We know that our understanding of the history of this place is incomplete, and we honor all of those who have come before us to steward this place. So wherever you are joining us from today, I know we've got some virtual folks, we thank you for being with us. I'm gonna try this.
I'll just stay up here.
Chris?
The daily basis and what their cultural background and history may be.
It's short.
Their aspirations, their fears.
A lot of the issues are common in the concerns, being economic development, education, social issues, public health issues.
We all want to be happy. We all want access to certain things or certain amenities.
Even though I live in a rural town, it's really not that much different. And somebody who grew up in an urban town, we all face the same struggles and we have the same triumph spirit.
We're Kentuckians and we're proud of it.
Okay, so that was the most surprising part. It should be quiet after this. I realized that that was probably not what the librarians wanted.
This was the other during the last session, and the microphone, we could hear it over there, but that's
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure they heard that. It is a really good video. It is up on our website. You can watch it. It does surprise me every time I turn it on that you get that sound. Forgot about that. So I'm honored to have this opportunity to share the work of the Kentucky Rural Exchange with you all today. As I mentioned, my name is Amelia Martins. Besides being the program manager for RUX, I'm a poet, I'm a mom, and for a long time I was a teacher. I know our Venn diagrams overlap, as coming up in April, it is both National Poetry Month, National School Library Month, and April holds National Library Week. So I feel like I am with my people. Originally, I am from much farther west, but I make my home now in Paducah. As I talk about the Rural-Urban Exchange, I hope you'll keep in mind your deep connections to people and place, both in the city and the country. And let our stories of connection across Kentucky remind you of the stories you grew up with, the homecomings and reunions, the favorite meals, swimming holes, walking paths that have made Kentucky your home. This remembrance of the many ways that we are all connected is at the core of the work that we do at the Rural-Urban Exchange. So, welcome to RUX. We're happy to have you. There's no music in this next slide. Okay. Before I tell you a little bit about the history of the Rural-Urban Exchange and our currency of connection framework, I want to share with you our core values. Those are in what should be green, and our supporting intentions, which show up in the gold. RUX knows firsthand that geography is not the only thing that divides us. To build pathways for people to work across differences, we have to create spaces that are safe, accessible, and welcoming to people from a range of backgrounds, beliefs, experiences of age, ability, expertise, gender, race, sexuality, culture, and class. RUX is an anti-racist organization. For us, that means continuing to work to create environments where all RUX members know that they are valued. This is an ongoing process. We do this work by identifying, challenging, and working to correct racism and other inequalities within our networks and in the communities we visit. We strive to be an open and compassionate space for Kentuckians to meet, learn more about our state, engage in respectful dialogue, and to move forward together. We do this work in alignment with our core values of connection, openness, diversity, and inclusion, and our supporting intentions of community, justice, trust, and belonging. So this is a picture of the RUX cohort in 2019, which was the last time that we were able to meet together in person. 2022, we are coming back to in-person community intensives, and so we're really excited. But this was the last group that got to be all together. The Kentucky Rural-Urban Exchange started in 2014 as a partnership between Art of the Rural and Apple Shop to build a network of strong personal relationships across disparate regions of our state. The original RUX proposal described a series of covenants across all 5 Kentucky regions to build a network of 150 members over 5 years. Today, we have enabled more than 240 leaders from 42 counties to foster relationships across difference, explore the distinctive culture of each Kentucky region, and engage in proactive conversations about Kentucky's most complex challenges. Kentucky has historically been divided by region. Savannah Barrett and Josh May started RUX because while these strong regional identities are often a source of pride, the lack of collaboration across them holds Kentucky back. By 2014, economic transitions in Kentucky coal, tobacco, and manufacturing economies had catalyzed rural-urban migration, which they recognized as an opportunity to translate value across the region. Savannah and Josh hoped that RUX would create greater understanding and a sense of common ground across all of Kentucky's regions, and that these new friends would find opportunities to collaborate. So this slide shows a breakdown of our core curriculum and our currency of connection framework. You have people, place, and partnership, the methodologies we use, the principles, and the ethos that guides us. Over the course of the first 7 years, RUC's leadership developed the Currency of Connection framework hand in hand with exchange members and host communities. The framework describes our approach to 3 primary areas of focus, which are people, place, and partnership. Today, RUCS is a nationally recognized arts-based leadership program designed to build confidence, grow social capital, and bridge divides to unite Kentuckians. RUCS uses cultural exchange as a vehicle for social cohesion by conveying the unique quality of each region and the common culture and history that Kentucky's regions share. By expressing this through cultural experiences that are unique to our region, we root ourselves in our sense of place. Then across 6 intensives over 2 years, we build and deconstruct this sense of place, often while articulating our personal Kentucky identity and experience of belonging. Then we share stories, discussions, and begin to recognize our own experience in the stories of others. So each year, our cohort visits 3 different regions of Kentucky, and then the next year, we add more people and we go to new regions in Kentucky. So this group gets to move around. But they spend 6 weekends together over 2 years. As a result of this practice, RUCS helps members to heal our experience of belonging and shape our collective vision. This intensely personal process deepens the members' relationships to one another and the places that they visit. All of this friction and growth is known to spark collaboration. So how does it work? Each year, the steering committee selects a cohort of leaders working across arts, agriculture, community development, education, health, and business, and many more. The cohort is diverse, representing at least 25 counties, and varied in experiences of age, expertise, sexuality, gender, race, geography, and origin, culture, and class. Upon acceptance, cohort members do commit to those 6 community intensives over a 2-year period, and they travel to rural and urban Kentucky to build connections across cultural, racial, economic, and geographic divides. So in 2022, as we get to be back together, the cohort will travel first to Muhlenberg County in the Western Kentucky coalfields, and then to Louisville is our urban destination in Central Kentucky. And then in September, we will go to Estill County at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And each community hosts design an itinerary that uplifts the hidden treasures in that community and reveals challenges and complexities. And so you can actually see me, I'm in the back in this picture. I was in the RUCS cohort in 2016, and it changed my whole world. It changed my view of myself, it changed my view of my life as a Kentuckian, it changed my sense of place. It was amazing. And I'm really, really excited to be the program manager now, but the experience of being in RUCS is something that I would like to give everyone. I did talk my husband into doing it a couple of years later. I was like, this is the best thing ever. So there's me in 2016. Okay. We explore themes and issues that through the radically simple approach of spending time with those that are most affected. Past examples of this include square dancing with folks in recovery at a treatment facility in Appalachia, sharing traditional Bosnian coffee with immigrants and refugees in a Southern Kentucky mosque, and listening to RUCS veterans share their military service experience while staying on an Army base in the Western Kentucky coalfields. We understand that building a sense of place relies on immersive experiences, so we do our work in the community. Considering the future of coal transition in Eastern and Western Kentucky on top of a reclaimed surface mine. Teaching network strategy in the side yard of the African American Museum in Bowling Green. or mapping our regional futures on the steps of the Eastern Kentucky Social Club in Lynch. The Currency of Connection framework provides a guide for each of these intensives that is focused on the people, the place, and those partnerships we can create by being together. Participants share conversations that challenge their identities, but also help them discover commonalities with those that they consider to be opposing. By inviting members to share their stories with one another, we reveal and emphasize connections across divides, which develop intercultural competence. We include regionally significant cultural programming from each community, and that's a large part of what our host community does, is they build that experience of the things that they want to share. So that might be a thumb-picking concert, a cookout in an urban art alley, a theater performance in an Appalachian bar, craft workshops at a settlement school, or a fish fry at a hotel on the historic Chitlin Circuit. Because the arts are often a place that creates the conditions for social cohesion. RUCS facilitates this cultural exchange while integrating content from our Currency of Connection framework. These workshops and seminars are proven to support leadership development while inspiring cross-sector collaboration that are unique to the context of the 21st century Kentucky. We emphasize arts and culture as key strategies of our leadership development because we believe that true leadership is a process of deepening connection to others, and that vulnerability is the currency of connection. Why is this important? Our future relies on leaders who value diverse people, cultures, and regions of our state, who can build support across these diversities, and who can collaborate to leverage these resources to achieve statewide prosperity. By building our programs to help members deeply connect with people and place, we're building pathways to more engaged, meaningful interaction across difference. As I mentioned at the start, RUCS understands that geography is not the only thing that divides us. So we build pathways for collaboration across varied experiences of race, class, age, ability, gender, expertise, sexuality, beliefs, and culture. As an anti-racist organization, we strive to create spaces that are safe, accessible, and welcoming for all. We aim to skill more people in working across difference, and we are working as individuals and as part of RUCS to become ever increasingly diverse in our own thought, experience, and identity. When members have described RUCS, and we do a lot of evaluation of the program, so we get a lot of reflection back from people, they describe a heightened sense of belonging, feeling inspired with new ideas to get their own projects off the ground, and feeling more confident that they possess the skills and connections needed to affect change in their own communities. So RUCS is a distributed leadership model, which means that everyone involved has a chance to contribute. This model is evolutionary and responsive. We learn by doing and adjust along the way. In 2022, our steering committee members come from Frankfort, Heinemann, Whitesburg, Louisville, Covington, Irvin, Lexington, Campbellsville, and I'm way over in Paducah. So on this map, you can see the blue is where we have had cohort members from, and the stars are where we have been in host communities. And then the teal color, I believe, is where we had cohort members where they originally lived, and then the green is where people live now. So there are distinct regions of the state where we hope to attract more people. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that with our application process. But we do have a pretty diverse cohort each year, and they do come from across the state. Since 2014, we have learned a great deal about the potential for cultural strategies to create the conditions for social transformation. This learning has shaped the values that guide us: connection, diversity, openness, and inclusion. We believe that the people who live here have the experience and knowledge to address their challenges, steward their resources, and model their collective future. We see connection and belonging as vital community capacities, and we believe social cohesion is a key to community health. We believe that providing opportunities for exchange and peer learning inspires people, evokes a shared sense of purpose, sparks innovation, and can begin to bridge solutions. We believe that Kentucky's strength is our diversity. We aim to amplify a more complete, diverse, nuanced Kentucky story and skill more Kentuckians in working across our differences. Since beginning in 2014, RUX has hosted 17 intensives across 10 communities representing every region of our state. Our 240 RUX alumni hail from 42 Kentucky counties and represent a range of backgrounds and vocations, from farmers, nurses, poets, factory workers, teachers, and elected officials. The result is an invaluable network of friends and colleagues from all walks of life in every region of the state. And this is one of the parts of RUX that is especially important to me. So I went through the program in 2016, and the people that I was in that cohort with, I've been connected to in a very deep way since that time. And they're the people that I call, and especially when I was teaching, I would say, hey, I need somebody who can talk about food insecurity. And it would be my friend, who is also a teacher, but from way across the state, who I never would have met. Or I need somebody who can talk about land access and use for our students. And then I would find my REX person who could do that. So you get this network, this incredible network of people that you may never have come into contact with otherwise, because we keep our circles so tight and so small. And the state is full of amazing people, so it's really wonderful. This individual transformation also pays dividends in communities. So as RUX alumni return home, they have an improved capacity to effectuate change, an understanding of the best practices for ethical community development, and an invaluable network of connections to resources. RUX alumni have developed partnerships and projects that touch every region of our state. Over time, we've shared skill building, relationships, and values, and have developed a practice that is visible in RUX members' individual work. The RUX approach to creative problem solving is increasingly being adapted to new contexts. In some instances, the application of this process has entirely new ways of addressing the challenges that we face, evidenced in several groundbreaking projects that have emerged from the RUX network, including the arts-based civic engagement of Civic Lex, the cultural experience of agriculture within Black Soil, Our Better Nature, and the community forum facilitation of Red River Gorge United. We have become somewhat of a Johnny Appleseed for story circles in Kentucky, exposing hundreds of members to the benefit of story-based organizing and to Appleshop's practice of first-person narratives. RUX's currency of connection framework is also visible in the approach of other national summit and leadership programs. Art Place America and the Bush Foundation have adapted their small group facilitation based on our homeroom seminars. RUX has also gained national recognition for fostering rural-urban interdependence. The story of Kentucky RUX has been shared by the Wall Street Journal, Christian Science Monitor, City Lab, Grant Makers in the Arts, NPR, and more. We have been careful to document our approach to this work and measure our impact so that we can meaningfully share this strategy with other regions who are striving to strengthen connection between rural and urban residents. With support from the National Endowment for the Arts, we published Living with Complexities, case studies, and the Currency of Connection handbook. And I do have copies of those if you guys want to look at them. They're also available on our website. These documents share the stories of some of our members, alumni, host communities, steering committee members, and describe how this unique approach to leadership development is transforming the way Kentuckians work together. We are expanding the Rural Urban Exchange to the Upper Midwest. With support from the McKnight Foundation, we recently finished a year-long learning exchange with Minnesota to help them pilot a Minnesota RUCS in 2022. So that's really exciting. It is spreading out of Kentucky. As we reflect on the story of RUCS, we are reminded that the heart of our work is the relationships that are formed among Kentucky people and places, and the connection is the impact that we seek. We know that Americans are experiencing a crisis of division. In a recent Wall Street Journal poll, 80% of Americans said that they believe this country is divided across party lines, race, social economic status, and geography. Even those who would like to contribute to a solution often remain mired in disagreement because they don't know where to begin. Against this echo chamber of social media and corporate news networks, it can be difficult to imagine what bridge building even looks like. RUCS is a reminder that bridge building can be as simple as sitting down to listen to one another. While we certainly haven't found all of the answers, we know that connectedness and belonging are more urgently sought now than ever. We are immensely proud of the creative practice that we've developed in response to the needs of our time and place. Culture is a powerful vehicle for connecting people, and connection can be a revolutionary act. We're grateful to collaborate with you towards our shared future. So the application for our 2022-23 cohort is open now. It opened March 11th. It is on our website. If you click on apply in the menu bar, there's a lot of information on our apply page about the history of the program, about the types of activities we'll do, important dates. This year, RUCS will be hosted, as I said, in Muhlenberg County. That'll be in May. Louisville will be in August, and Estill County will be in September. But please do visit our website. It has just been revised, and it's beautiful, but it has a lot of information. So go and look at that. That application will close on April 3rd. Our work is sustained through partnerships, sponsors, and donors. So creating and nurturing partnerships is part of our currency of connection framework, and partnerships are incredibly important to the sustainability of RUCS itself. Each weekend is designed in partnership with regional host partners who create the cohort's experience of their community. So they lift up the treasures and they say, these are the wonderful things of our place. We want to share them with the people that are coming here. Our 2022 host partners include Estill Development Alliance, the Muhlenberg Alliance for Progress, and our Louisville Host Partner Consortium, which is made up of the Food Literacy Project, Hood to the Holler, Kentucky Performing Arts, Louisville Free Public Library, Louisville Metro Government, the Environment Institute at the University of Louisville, and wonderful dozens of Kentuckians in those host communities who join that committee. Our program partners help raise awareness about RUCS, about our mission and events. They also provide key technical support. Our 2022 program partners are the Kentucky Art Council and Kentucky Folklife Program, and we are very thankful for them. Our funding partners support RUCS through financial or in-kind donations. They help raise awareness about RUCS's mission and events. We do recognize them on our website and in our printed materials. Our 2022 funding partners include the National Endowment for the Arts, Elaine Musselman with the W.L. Lyons Brown Foundation, the Felix E. Martin Foundation, the Lee Initiative, the Kentucky Foundation for Women, the Kentucky Oral History Commission, Alight Marketing, and hundreds of individuals. So, RUCS is very happy to have Louisville Free Public Library as a host partner in 2022, but we know there are more ways for our organizations to connect. So Kentucky's libraries are the heart of our communities. You offer opportunities, gathering spaces, and resources to all people. We'd like you to consider how RUCS could collaborate with you. Whether it's through a formal host partnership like the Louisville Free Public Library, by contracting with RUCS to bring cultural exchange workshops to your community, or by having our cohort members contribute to projects your library already has in progress. We're happy to share our currency of connection framework and to strengthen public engagement together. So please do take a little bit of time and think about how your organization could partner with the Kentucky Rural Urban Exchange and what that might look like. And it's going to be different in different places. So if there's something that we could do together, we would really like to talk to you about that. Okay. Ooh, we do have time. Okay, so not yet, but almost. I'm glad we got to get to this. Okay, so I do want to give you a chance to experience something that we do in RUCS that is part of our currency of connection. It is one tool that we use, and it's the story circle. The history of the story circle is really important. The practice of using story circles doubtless dates back to prehistory. The format is powerful through its simplicity, and there are variations which are in use all around the world. Our story circle practice at RUCS has a very specific history. RUCS learned how to hold story circles from the roadside theater at Appleshop, which they in turn learned from John O'Neill of Junebug Productions, the Free Southern Theater, and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. RUCS proudly acknowledges this connection to the spirit and practices of the civil rights movement. The story circle offers us an opportunity to be heard, and more importantly, to listen, to be changed by the stories of those around you, and to let that inspiration find its home in the work you do. So I'm gonna ask Chris now if he will pause this recording. That is one aspect of the story circle. It is generally not recorded. If it is recorded, it's with the consent of all participants. And I think for us, it's better if we just turn the camera off and get to talk to each other in this room.